Now let's talk about sketch number 6. I was very excited to see this sketch because I've always wanted to do a layout with a big circle like this. I knew I wanted to scrapbook about my husband and my 24-year anniversary, which was in 2015. And so I decided to do away with this square and just make a really large title in this section. And Jen has really influenced me to have better titles. One of the things I love about her layouts is that her titles are very descriptive, which is how I've always wanted mine to be. And so I really decided just to find a way to make the title be more descriptive. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But so first what I did was I chose some paper because I'm wearing a shirt with a floral motif on the front. It was a little harder for me to choose something that was a little bit plainer. Of course, I didn't want anything floral to compete with that. And he's also, well, he's wearing a gray shirt, but it comes across kind of as blue. So I chose this polka dot print. I think that is a cute mix. And I went ahead and cut the circle out. And I made my circle 9.5 inches in circumference. A little less, actually. What I did was I just opened up in my Silhouette Studio software, I just made the circle small to make sure that it was the same diameter all the way around, and then I just pulled it open larger until it looked on the screen kind of like this sketch look. Now, if you don't have an electronic die cutter, you're going to want to just use something that you have that's maybe a circle template, or you can just use a plate, anything that you have that's round, and trace onto your background. And then you can cut by starting your scissors out in the middle of the page and cutting out around it. And if you don't feel like you can do that, because that would scare some people, just use 2 pieces of paper, one for the background and then a separate piece for the circle, and just cut the circle out and lay it on top. So this layout does not have to have the circle cut out of the center. It can just be a circle laid on top. But what I'm going to do for my layout is just flip the circle over, because the back of this is a good background pattern for my layout, as you can see. And I like that ombre, but I'm actually going to cover that up just a little bit. Now, in this sketch, you can see that the strip here goes all the way across. I've gone ahead and put my journaling on this strip, and if I were to have it go all the way across, it would look like that. And for some reason, that just doesn't thrill me. So I think that what it is I don't want that much pink showing. I want this mainly to be about the blue and white polka dots and the yellow. So what I'm going to do is tuck my pink strip under. And then I'm going to have to adhere this on the back with washi tape. And then I'm going to adhere the whole thing to a piece of white cardstock and trim that down just a little bit. So I'm going to do that and kind of build my foundation and come right back. This is a little difficult to line up when you flip a circle because it doesn't line up exactly once you flip it. And so there's going to be a little bit of a gap somewhere, but I'm okay with that. That's why I'm backing it with a paper. So I have only washied it on the front to keep it in place once I got the pink part straight. And I checked the washi that I'm using. Some washi, when you put it down on a piece of paper, it will rip. It will take part of the design off. This does not. So you need to make sure you're using the kind of washi that won't hurt the front of your layout. So then, as you can see, I have washied it very well on the back, and I'm going to let that hold it. I think that'll be okay. And then I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. It's already, this was a piece I had accidentally cut too much off of when I cut off the basil branding strip. So it was perfect for this. So I'm going to cut just a little bit off that side. The other side is already too short. And then I'm going to really cover this with adhesive because I don't want it to move once I start working on my layout. Of course, it doesn't matter if it's centered because it's just the back. Okay, now I can take these pieces off and hope that that stays in place. Oh, shoot. That is pulling it off. Oh my gosh. That's going to have to be a distress look there. So washi is not supposed to do that, but as you can see, sometimes it does. And I did test it first. That's the annoying part. I'll find something to cover that up with. Wow. That's annoying. Okay, I probably should have saved that washi for something else, but oh well, I have 84 million rolls. Okay. I actually just realized that I wanted this picture to tuck in there, but I guess that's not going to happen now, so that's going to be okay. And I'm going to put my adhesive just on the edges so I can tuck some things into the side. So my title, I wanted to make the 24 really stand out. So I cut that out of a gold cardstock that I had. So it's definitely going to say 24. And I wanted to use this word darling from one of my crepe paper sticker sheets. So I'm going to put that there. I have put baby powder on the back of that to take the sticky off. So I decided I would have it say, you and me, darling. 24 happy years. Now I used a little piece of sticker backing. I had like some old ugly stickers and I took them all off of the sheet that they came on and I put these down. I just cut a little piece to use. I cut it into pieces each time I needed one. So I've never actually used these tiled stickers like this before, even though I have a million, but Jen uses them a lot and I've watched her use them so many times now that I really like them. So I've decided that I'm going to use them too because they work and I like how uniform they are, especially in a title like this. It's very busy. So I want to kind of have that darling be resting on the 24 and I just need to move everything down until it's in the circle, obviously. I actually might move my picture up just a little bit too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick all of that down and then we'll come back and I'll do the embellishments. Actually, let me tell you this. I'm also going to put this flower here. I'm going to try to stick it in that part I've already glued. Because even though I'm wearing a floral shirt, I don't want the floral to be, wow. I don't want the floral to be in your face floral, but I just felt like it was a little plain without some kind of prettiness. So I'm going to stick that over here. So I'm going to straighten all that out and glue all that down, which is a tedious process, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I glued that down. And I really like how this darling just fits in over that 24. I did try to leave the same amount. This is a little bit crooked. I did try to leave a little bit more room between the darling and the you and me because I wanted to balance how much room I left between the 24 and the happy years. So the reason I didn't do this where you could see me putting it all down is because it would just be a picture of the back of my head. I have to get right over things when I'm sticking them down. And so I've overlapped these little tile letters just a bit with the pink. Something happened in the process there. They've got a little weird on the edge, but oh well. Okay. So now I want to put some embellishments to the left of this photo, and there's kind of a weird wonky gap here. I kind of just fixed it, but I want to just cover that up. So let's see about that. So I picked out these embellishments. This is actually something from a cut apart sheet. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to use that or not, but it seems similar in pattern to what's in my shirt. So I thought maybe I could use that just to balance some of these embellishments on. So I just picked out a few random embellishments from the sticker sheets that said things about love and are in that color scheme. So let's see how we can put them all together. Now I hate it when something has gold like that on it, but in this case, normally I don't like that. In this case, I think it'll be okay, but I don't think I'm even going to let that dream come true show enough that you can see that it says a dream come true. So I'll just stick it in there and it'll look like a dream. That's cute. I mainly just want something black over here because I have black up here, so I want to balance it. So I think I'll put this on a pop dot, if I can get a hold of it. Oh, I was thinking that was a little smudge on there. It's a little music symbol. That's funny. It's actually on that sticker. You probably can't see it in the video. There's a little music symbol. Okay, well, I'll put this there and cover it up. Oh, that's cute. I love one thing popped up. It always is just perfect. Okay. I really like that line. I don't want to cover that up. I'm worried about this where I pulled it off with washi. I wonder if I should just put that there. That might be cute. I would probably need something else to go there too, is the only problem. Although I could just like continue this line down if I could find like one little label or something. So let me look for that. Oh, let me talk to you about this for a second. I wanted to show you when I went to do this pink, I wanted to kind of match, there's some pink splatters here in the corner. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a solid pink, which I think was just a little boring, or I almost went with this pink and then I thought that was too much. So I went with this pink mainly because it has a hearts pattern on it. It is from the Life is Good Echo Park collection. So I really like the hearts since this was about our anniversary. So let's see what I could put at the bottom there that wouldn't be super, because I really like how this has come together. There's some kind of... Okay. Oh, that's a really good match to the yellow. And that would actually, if you look at it this way, this flower and this cluster and this would make a triangle. It would just kind of continue this. And I also like it when things come down. So I think I'm just going to go for that because I know myself, this will bother me being on the layout. There's all these little fuzzies and little pieces of something. It probably would be helpful to have something black, but I guess this does have black on it. So this will probably be okay by itself, and I'm going to keep looking for just a minute. Now I have gold here, gold here. Maybe I should bring a bit of gold down here. See if that's going to be weird. Yeah, it's not doing it for me. I do love that little gold piece though. Be sure to use that later. No. That's kind of cute. It's almost so tiny you can't tell what it is. I think what I don't like about this is this sticker. It's not my favorite. I'm going to take that off and just try for something completely different now. I don't like that font that was on or something they used. I'm trying to center this. Gosh. Now, at one point I had wanted to use this. The brown of this doesn't seem to work. And now I have 2 hearts. I don't think I want to add another heart, although here's a gold one. Now that might be cute. Let's see, do I have a year? No, I don't have a year. Okay, I'm going to just put the year in little tiny letter stickers or a date stamp and use that heart and call that done. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I can live with that. Sometimes you mess things up and you cover it up and it's all okay. So, that was a long process. That's why I normally don't do that while I'm on camera. So what you need to decide is if you're going to cut your circle out of your paper and put it back on again, or use a different paper behind it is probably what you'll do instead of flipping it. And or if you're going to just trace a circle and lay it on top. And then you can change your journaling spot like I did, or you can certainly go with a sketch and put your journaling over here. In fact, I used a paper that has some really subtle lines on it, and I was thinking that if I wrote my journaling, those lines would be very helpful. So that's a suggestion for you. If you are going to use this as a layout where you write on the journaling, you could choose something with some lines in a subtle background so that you can see a little bit better to write. Now, if I had some pink splatters, I would put some pink splatters down here to balance that, even though I'm not really a splatter person, as I've said very many times. But in this case, because it's already on the paper, I would like some pink splatters to go down here. So, I don't have any, or I would. So just think about how you're going to use this sketch and be sure to check out Jen's video. I can't wait for you to see what she did with it.